Merhabalar, bu haftaki konuğumuz çok değerli bir konuk. MotoGP'den, Superbike'dan tanıdığımız ve Türkiye'de Türkiye Grand Prix'si kazanmış olan Marco Melandri karşımızda. 33 numaralı kirpi olarak tanıdığımız Marco Melandri şu an karşımızda. O da evinde. Ciao Marco, how are you?
Ciao tutti.
We are all in crisis all around the world. And also in Italy, this situation is very difficult. How is your days passing at home?
Yeah, in Italy, I think the situation is very, very bad already since 1 month ago. I'm lucky because I live in a country, so I have a lot of green outside of my house. But anyway, we don't go out. We have to stay home, and we have the opportunity to spend more time with the family. So I'm lucky because I have a lot of game to do. With a bicycle, I can cycle with Johnny Ria in England and some other guys around the world. So this is, you can keep training and have fun. But yeah, outside looks very difficult situation.
So staying at home in that moment is more logical for safety or for our health. Maybe at the start of our interview, maybe you can tell the Turkish motorcycle fans to stay at home. Evde kal.
Okay. Turkish fans, evde kal.
Yeah, it's Loris Reggiani who discovered you. And what make you choose the motorcycle racing job? And who was your idol? Who was your heroes?
Actually, my father was in love with motorcycle races. So since I have some memory, motorcycle was in my life. So for me, it's part of me, motorcycle racing. And for sure, I had the luck to find Loris Reggiani because we didn't have enough money as a family to buy a bike and start to race. So Loris gave me a big opportunity to start racing when I was 14. And then it's been my manager for many years. And you need to have talent, but you need to be lucky for sure because it's very expensive racing at the beginning.
And the first victory, I want to come to first because it's very special for us. It was in Istanbul. What was the difference in Istanbul Park? It's suited to you or to the bike?
I think both. But from the first lap, I was in love with that track. For me, it was amazing. So fast, up and down, blind corners. And I don't know, I had a special feeling from the beginning there. And I have 2 wins in 3 MotoGP races. So it's for sure, it's my life there. But I had a lot of fun in all the country because it's completely different than Italy. But the culture, the lifestyle, I really enjoy. I really like to see a different point of view of the life.
Your number is 33. Is there any special reason that you choose that number?
Yeah, because if you turn the number 90 degrees, looks double M. So it's Marco Melandri, it's my name.
Logical. It's okay. It's okay. So maybe it's early for you to retire because last year Lorenzo retired, and last year we talk about more retirements maybe. And but when we think about Max Biaggi, he stopped 40 years old, and Checa 41 years old, Bailey's maybe 40 years old. But you are really little bit younger than. So it isn't a little bit early. And also, do you have any plans for the future?
Yes, when you have to retire, I think depend on the journey you did when you are racing. So I started when I was 15. The last 10 years for me was very difficult, changing many teams, many bikes, and every time mentally was very demanding. So last year I didn't really have good feeling with the bike, so I was struggling a lot, and I was not able to ride like I am. So I thought it was time to change and do something different in the life. I'm feeling very good actually, because now I'll be working for DAZN, so I'll be the technical voice for MotoGP. And I live in Trentino, is a north area in Italy, and for them I make some, how do you say, some promotional, like I do some tour with a e-bike, electric bike, around the mountain, something like that. And I'm started to bring some VIP Italian people on track for track experience. So I bring with me like soccer play, TV guys, and singers. I bring on track with me, just give them an experience to show what is the bike and just to have fun, discover a different world for them. So it's very good. It's very good fun.
2006 Catalonia. It was a horrible start for a race, and several riders went down, and also you injured in that race. So, how do you remember the moments when you go out with the other riders?
Actually, I'm lucky because once Capiros hit me, I switch off the lights, so I don't remember anything. But when I see the video and picture was amazing. I was very, very lucky because when I, with my arm, I was between the exhaust and swing arm of Dani Pedrosa. I was very lucky because he fall down on the left. If he was falling down on the right, for sure, he broke my neck. So I was very, very lucky. And for that crash, I lose the chance to fight for the championship because I finished 4th, 23 points behind Nikki. So it was not the best year, but yeah, it was an amazing crash to see on TV. I think the people was without breathing for a long time.
But after big crashes like that, how do you return? How do you repair your mentality?
Luckily, I just broke a small bone, so the week after I could race in Assen. And normally going back on the bike is the best cure because you have to understand you still have a good feeling with the bike, you still feel good positive vibes. So when you come back on the bike, lap by lap, you come back.
So with the relationship with the other riders in paddock, you have many friends. Also, you had many tough rivals. So how was your relation with the other riders in the paddock? I don't ask about Biaggi.
No, it's okay also with him actually, because once you are racing, for sure, it's difficult to be friends, especially in MotoGP. The business is so high, so also the media bring you to fight together, not to be friends. But for me, it's okay. I had some difficult time for many of them, but you must be smart to switch racing and personal. So with many of them, I still have good relationship. Last year, I had some problem in Jerez with Davis, but after, for sure, we still have different ideas, but now we have good relationships. So, I mean, you have to understand the life is going on. And like, I mean, before I was cycling on internet with Johnny Ria, some guys. So it's good fun. I like to keep good relationship because we've been traveling all around the world for the same passion.
So also when you have problem with the riders, maybe next year you will be in the same team with the riders. So you will share the paddock. So always it's good to keep the relation good. So good memories from Flip Island, 2006. Yeah. 2006. In a rainy race, it was wet, and we remember your last corner sliding and your joy. And you've been also in every condition in the dry on the wet. How was 2006 Australia Flip Island?
Was the first time we've been changing bike during the race, so it was very difficult because the first part was dry but always drizzle, so it was not really dry. Everybody was a little bit scary. Then when it started to rain, for me it was much better because it was clear. We have to go with a rain tire. So once you change bike, I say, okay, we're gonna try rain tire till the end. And many times I had very good feeling on the wet and I was always fast. But the last 3 laps, I knew I was going to spin with one hand last corner because I was trying all the past winter. I was trying in Barcelona in a winter test. I was trying corner number 3, number 4, and I could make it on the dry. So I was waiting that corner from more than 1 year in my head. So it was a really dream come true.
What changed in your life after marriage or after having a family?
Yeah, for sure, it's very important to have family with you because you need to feel comfortable when you switch off the head after practice day or race day. And they know you very well, better than everybody else, so they can help you when you need something. And after we have a daughter, actually, I didn't feel any change riding the bike. just the life, it's a big change, but riding the bike was the same actually for me. And once you feel something different, it's time to stop. So I was very careful about this feeling in my head, and I felt comfortable and safe anyway, even with the daughter riding the bike during the race.
For a long time, you were in the paddock at MotoGP and also Superbike. But outside of paddock, how do you see the progression of MotoGP and Superbike? And what can Dorna or FIM do for progression or for make better things at motorcycle racings?
I don't know, but now in this time we had a lot of live on Instagram with some former riders. So I had with Fonsinieto, with Alex Gramigni, with many guys, and you realize how we've been lucky to race in those times, because now it's very different. So it's more like business than sport. Like to be friends with riders for me is something amazing. It's awesome that we've been rivals on track and friends outside. Now this is impossible. So it looks like the rider has not to talk together. But this is, for me, it's a shame, because you travel all around the world like a small village and everybody for the same passion. So you have to be a rival for sure, but you have to be friends because you have to respect each other. Actually, now looks like Dorna want to show around it's very rich motorcycle sport, but it's not like that actually. Only for few teams, few companies, very rich. Otherwise, it's very poor now. But from outside, it has to be bright all the time. Bright.
So your other passion is flying. So which one is more difficult, flying or racing bike?
It's different actually, but few times I get off from the plane kissing the ground because I was very scared. Because I used to fly from A to B. I like to travel like that. But at the beginning, especially when you have to learn many things, it can be very dangerous. And I love fly, but I'm so scary actually.
Can we expect any special comeback from Marco Melandri for next year's, or do you have any plan for the future?
No, not to come back. For me, when I choose to close something, it's closed. So it can be dangerous to come back also, because you are not how do you say, fit enough. So maybe the mind remember how you was before, but your reaction are not the same. And when you are on the bike, you're not the same for many reasons. So for me, that's over. Maybe should be nice to try again a good bike, but not now. Now the plan is to bring like Toprak does, to ride with like 300 bikes, small bike in a small track. I want to bring VIP Italian person to try track experience with me. So I'd be their friends to get a track experience, just to show them how it's working and what the bike can give you.
How do you see the Turkish motorcycle racing's progression? How do you see Kenan victories or Toprak?
Yeah, I think Kenan did a really awesome job, because to be the first coming from such a difficult country for motorcycle, I think must be so difficult. I think it's been working so hard, even if I didn't really know very well him. But I think he opened a big window in Turkey on motorcycle sport. And now you see many Turkish guys, the twin Oncu and Toprak for me is such a good guy and very talented. Last year when I was speaking with Yama for the future, I recommend to Yama Toprak, because for me is between the young guys the more talented, because he has a big chance to grow up and get some win.
So how do you see Toprak personally, not as a rider? How do you see as a friend?
Yeah, it's a very good friend. Like in Argentina, we had, I think Saturday night or Friday, we had a dinner together. Sometimes we see each other and it's good fun. We have a lot of fun. Sometimes I'm scared to say him something because I know we have different, how do you say, traditional, maybe for religion stuff. So I don't know if I can say something to him or not. So sometimes I say to him, sorry if I say something wrong, but I think with my head, I don't know your mentality and what you can say or not, but he understand, and we always have good relations.
And Marco, thank you so much for joining us for this week, and I wish all the best for you and for your family, and also for Italy.
Thank you so much. It was nice to talk to you.
Thank you Marco. Ciao. Evet, bu hafta konumuz Marco Melandri'ydi. Önümüzdeki hafta bir başka konukla karşınızda oluncaya dek hoşça kalın efendim.